This is a reflection of my soul. Bonjour tout le monde! Aujourd'hui, c'est un exploit de Obidjiduan Fort Temiskaming. Okay, Treasure Fam, Venture for Relics here with you, and today we're going to do a real special treat for you. We're going back in time, not to the 18th century, not to the 17th, but we're going back to the 17th century. 1633 to be exact. And this is an old original fort on the shores of Lake Temiskaming, up where we live here, and this was the original fort, and then after trading post for Hudson's Bay and whatever. So anyway, we're going to go in and do the rounds and show you the sights here. So come along for the ride and the adventure, and we're going to take you way back in time, folks. Over and out for now. Back with you soon. Alright folks, Venture for Relics back here with you, and actually we're late in the season coming to this spot. Now here is an original Voyageur's canoe, freighter canoe actually. And you can see they've wrapped it up for the winter. But just to give you an idea of size, like these things are huge. Approximate 16, 24. Oh yeah, she's easily 30 some feet. 30 some feet long from end to end. A little smaller version up at the top. And actually right now, folks, you can see the wood outlines here. These were where original buildings once stood. They, just as an example there, they've done, you know, like a wall of one of the old wooden buildings, reconstructed it. I'll go over here to the, yeah, okay, so this was the canoe storage shed, Hudson's Bay Company. Okay. And then next we've got another original, the canoe building shed. So this is where they were constructing canoes. Once again, all they've done is put these beams in to give an outline of the original building. An old tool they would have used in the building of the canoe. Oh, excuse me, it's just a wood replica, but anyway. Now, of course, this is, they have a couple buildings on site here that have been built in old style construction, but they house different museums, and back up here you can see they do little performances or displays and discussions, because that main building back there, they have a museum within it, and here they do demonstrations and displays anyway. Got a little seating here, and there's they would have been showing the construction. Here's poles there that the natives would have used back in the day, and they show you how to construct a teepee. I'll just go a little closer over here. Now originally, folks, too, this fort was the original site of a native village. You know, way before, hundreds, even perhaps maybe 1,000 years before the Europeans came here. Anyway, you can see the construction of that. I'll give you a little history as we go on with this fort. It began or was constructed in 1685 and was in existence until 1902. It was built by the French, and once we work our way all the way down to the point, you will see on the other side of the Narrows, on the Ontario side, is where the British had a hospital and their own outpost anyway. Here you can see we're coming up on an original rock wall here. So, hang on here. Yeah, it's coming on. Nice old big white pines here. Okay, we're coming up on it here. Yeah, okay, so now the old road was up here. And then of course they landed in their canoes and boats, you know, here on the shoreline. But yeah, this is an original rock wall here. Fencing. Not original, of course, but it would have been of the same design. Little pathway here. Oh, there's like original stone steps that were cut. So it's possible it could have been a building up here too at one time. Not absolutely sure, but I think that this was partitioned off because there is an original cemetery that we're going to come up on and do here also. So I think that is why this is cordoned off here. It is just the borders or the area that was set aside for the cemetery. They have the gate. Maybe the thing's open here, the gate. Oh, hang on a minute. Here, now here's the original post. Well, I'll go closer to it as we go. It's another old foundation down there, but anyway, we'll as we come up on these things, we'll go from there, folks. Now I don't know. We're off season, so they might have. Yeah, okay. So they've barred all these off, but anyway. I guess I could step over these stones just so you guys can get a look at some of these old headstones. So, let's see here. Okay. Coming up on it here now, folks. Yeah, so this Protestant cemetery dates back to 1835, as you can see on the plaque. And I'll just do some of the stones here. I was trying to get this thing, it has a zoom on it. I haven't used this new camera enough to... How do I toggle this in? There is a way to zoom in and out of this. If I get in the light, I don't know if you can see. Like, no. I've got to get closer. Oh boy, fine time for me to be learning the new camera, hey folks? Anyway. That's not doing it. We're recording here, but yeah, I don't know. I can't zoom in, folks. I'll have to look at this camera, and usually this is a oh, hang on a minute. There. No, that's as much as it. Oh yeah, okay, I got it, folks. I figured it out. My apologies for that. just so you can see possibly. There's an locked iron gate in front of me, so I can't proceed any closer. So there's shadows on all these stones. But anyway, perhaps you guys can get a look at some of them here. I like this one. This one has like a set of hands there on the top of the stone. It's really cool. Here's one that sort of has like a Celtic cross or whatever. Gravestones from 1941. Okay. Ooh, here's one, 1898. I don't know if you folks are going to make that out. No, the thing's washed right out here. It's not focusing. My apologies. Yeah, it does say 1898. Okay, anyway, folks, I'll come back at you here. We'll go to the next section of the fort and... Alright, Venture for Relics back here with you. Now we're in a new section, and there's the outpost. You can see the HBC flag flying there. And this, right now where we're located or standing, is the location of the original fort building. This is where it would have stood. There's another little display down there. Everything, of course, is wrapped up for... Well, we'll walk down there, folks. I won't zoom in. But what I was speaking to you about earlier is right across from us now is the Ontario side, and that's what they call the old mission over there. And there was nuns, presbytery, and hospital, and English outpost right adjacent from this French fort. Now there's cottages that dot the shoreline over there, but anyway, that's what we're talking about. The French on one side and the English on the other. So anyway, we'll mosey on to a few other spots. Oh, look at this, folks. We're gonna get a bush plane coming in here. We're gonna get a bush plane coming in for a landing here. Whoa! Try and keep this in focus for you. Yeah, here he comes. Here he comes. Whoa! Whoa! I lost him. Where are you? Oh, just about touchdown. I'm losing him because of the fort. Where are you? Geez, I'm a good action cameraman. There he is. This is action news. They've landed. They've landed. Okay, folks, cut it off for an... Or no. Yeah, I'll cut you off again for now, and we'll come back at you. Alright, folks, we're running again. So there is the original landing. Let me zoom in a bit here. Come on. Okay, there's the original landing. And then as you come over here, like this fence is reconstructed, of course, but there was their main entranceway and pathway coming up. And then over here we've got a sample. There was a building on site here too, where this platform is built. And everything's wrapped up, all the figures and everything, but this was like a, you know, station for bringing in the goods and that. And they, of course, they just made replicas of, oh, here, I better zoom out here, right? Yeah, excuse me, folks. Not doing a good job on the camera work here. But anyway, yeah, just examples of the old wooden boxes they used and the sacks for flour and the likes. And you know, these old kegs that they would have used for booze, blankets, etc., etc. Case 50, yeah, here's examples of cases, you know, the soap and all the different goods that they transported. Frank Gibson's old rye. Oh, there you go. Cheers. Not too sure about this here, what that represents. But anyway, just, you know, example of an old chest. Actually, a lot of these things that have been reconstructed here, these chests and whatever, are exactly as they would have been from the French back in the day. So they did do accurate constructions. Now, folks, as I pan way down, so if you go way down to the far end of the lake there, that is where we are located ourselves and where we come from in New Liskeard. So we are at the very end, northeastern end of Lake Temiskaming. But this is the Narrows anyway. Yeah, French on one side and the British on the other. Now it's too bad because when I was younger, the original mission, like church and whatever, was still there, and the remnants of the presbytery or whatever, remnants even of a few other buildings. And now the only thing that remains on the Ontario side is the huge cross on the top of that hill. We can't make it out because of the tree cover right now, but in early spring or late fall it is quite visible. So anyway, that's that. Now we'll move down. I'm going to bring you back up here, folks, because there is a little plaque telling us about the foundation or the facade they recreated here of what once stood here. Just have to go over to the plaque. Jeez, look at these nice old benches, eh? Oh, okay, anyway. The Chief Trader's House. Okay, so there we've got, oh, I'm standing in the light here. But that's an original photograph right there. I don't know how much I can zoom in on it, but anyway, there we go. And like an old historical of what the house would have looked like. So yeah, the Chief's Trader's House, known as the Bourgeois. Huh. And he answers to the governor of Hudson Bay Company. Okay. Often of Scottish descent. Huh. Well, that's pretty cool. Some cool history. Okay, we'll come back with you, folks, and as I'm walking up to this other section, I'm going to give you a little more history on this place. Back at you. Alright, we've got another foundation here, folks. The Dairy and Ice House. Well, that's where this would have stood. You just see the outlines and dimensions. I don't know why. When I was probably even a teenager, a lot of these buildings were still standing, but leave it to the Canadian government, and they come in and they rip all the buildings down and just put a plaque up. I don't know if that's synonymous or the same all across Canada, but it sure is here. That's terrible. But anyway, back with you soon, folks. Here, folks, here's an example of an old, what I believe, no, hang on a minute, it's got, oh yeah, it's like an oven. There's iron, there's a stone slab in here, there's the big iron cooking pot on the ground. Huh, that's really different. Yeah, that's really different. I've never really seen the likes of that, but as you can see the stone slab, and then here, the iron. Like sort of like a cookhouse, but there's, I don't know, there's no chimney or nothing. Not too sure about that one, folks. I don't know. I might be wrong about that one. Anyway, we'll move on here. Hey, Venture for Alex back here with you, and I'm not as stupid as people tell me I am. I said this was some type of oven, and there, get a view, yeah, bread oven, there you go. I haven't lost all my marbles yet, folks. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, back with... Okay, folks, now we moved on to the site of the old carpenter shop. They're just done a reconstruction of where it once stood, but everything's wrapped up here. And I'm gonna walk up here, folks. Another little display. Actually, this guy's not covered up. So it looks like, I think we've probably got, yeah, the blacksmith here. Yeah, we got the site of, oh, look at this old anvil. Oh, it's a reproduction, okay. Yeah, just a reproduction of an old anvil. And here, of course, yeah, this is the site of the original blacksmith shop. A lot of these sketches are actual, though. Actual depictions of what once stood here, though. Well, that's pretty cool. Okay, moving along here. Okay, we got another building over here. Built in the old style, you know, with the old shutters on it. I don't know if we're going to be able to see through the window to the contents. Oh yeah, look at the old stove. Well, everything's reflecting back at me through the glass, so probably. Oh, look at the old type lock. Look at that old type bolt lock. That's cool. Okay, now, yeah, everything's reflecting back at me off the window, but there is an old stove back in there and the likes, so maybe this was not sure if it would have been a home or whatever. Yeah, most of these buildings too, on site, I remember my younger days, which is a little while ago, they all had these piled stone foundations too. And then the wood beams or wood construction on top. Yeah, it's full of a lot of old artifacts or reproductions of them, I guess, some, but anyway, yeah, old woodshed in the back. Oh, and here, folks, we got another little cemetery here with only one gravestone. So what's the significance? Cemetery? No. C'est Croix du Roi de Droit. 1836. Feu planté. Oh, okay. It's just a plaque commemorating this site again. That's all. Yeah. Hang on. Maybe I can zoom in here, folks. If I can get in front of it. Maybe I can zoom in on this for you. Well, it's all in French anyway, so I guess those of you who are bilingual, it'll be alright, but okay, we'll move on, folks. Now, actually, yeah, I might split this video because it's getting quite lengthy now, and I think if you're intrigued or enjoying this explore, I'm going to split this off and I'm going to have a bonus video because we are going into what they call the Enchanted Forest here. And it is awesome. So come back with us, folks, for the second part of this old Ford Explorer. And man, you will not be disappointed at what we're going to show you. Okay, over and out for now. Love you, Treasure Fam. Venture for Relics. Over and out. Y'all come back now, you hear?